Hello and welcome back for another clarinet tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So I'm going to play one of the studies, C2, and it's titled Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Pike by Mark Nightingale. Hope you enjoy the video. Here we go. Okay, so you've heard the music now. Let's just say a few words about some of the detail and what you need to do to make this sound really awesome. So I've recorded a few pieces by Mark Nightingale now, and I have to say this one is no exception. A lovely piece actually, a really good little study for clarinet. I think it's got lots of detail in there, a bit like the Dogbone Mayhem, the C1 piece, but I think this is just a little bit harder. I think because it is in a more tricky, a more difficult key of A major, I think that just makes it a little bit harder. And there's a lot more kind of dotted quavers, semiquavers, and yeah. So it's just a little notch up, I think, from the Dogbone Mayhem. I think the Dogbone Mayhem has got more detail in it, but I think this is technically just a little bit harder. So first of all, a bit like the other study, the C1, this has got a really good smattering of accents, staccatos, tenutos, legatos. It has got a lot of that in there, even in that first couple of bars. That's a tricky one, isn't it? It's actually marked an accent and a tenuto. How do you play that? So with a full sound, but with that bit of a punch on the start of the note as well. So. And notice there, on those quavers coming down, the first one is marked tenuto, but the other three are marked staccato. So if you look at that detail in slow motion, so that in itself will just take a little bit of practice to get that going. And again there, the tenuto, 3 staccato. And then the tricky dotted quaver, semiquaver rhythm that I know all pupils love. That's not easy, actually, I don't think, with the tonguing as well and the key signature. And then a semiquaver leading to the next tenuto note. So a lot of detail in there and very fussy with the articulation, very fussy. The next bit goes along okay. But then on the B there, and then a kind of a repeat of that. And then we're back on the tune again at 17. Let's move on a bit. Bar 20, bit of scale passage going on here. This is not easy because at the top of that you've got the E missing. I know when I recorded this I had a couple of takes at it, and that was one of the places where I had a mistake and had to have another go. And then on the last line, oh yeah, F sharp to G sharp. Oh, nobody likes doing that, do they? Accents on the last note, don't squeak on that one, will you? Little bit tricky there. So all in all, I think it's a great study to play actually. I love the detail in there. I love all the tonguing, and yeah, it's super, but just a little bit technically harder than the A1, a little bit technically harder than the C1. Okay, so I'm going to replay Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Pike, and I'm going to play it with a metronome click track. Grab your clarinet and your Bluetooth speaker. See if you can play along with me on this track and get it really accurate. So I'm going to play it at 84 beats per minute, which is a bit under tempo. Let's see how accurate you can get it. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I hope you found that useful for Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Pike. Good luck if you're playing this for grade 4 this term or next term. Hope you get a really good mark. Let me know in the comment section how you're getting on with grade 4 clarinet. And do, of course, click that like button and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. So that's it for this one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.